Our pursuit of love and intimacy often leads us to a seductive illusion that our happiness relies on someone else's approval, love, or interest. We long for that text message, that longing glance to feel wanted, needed, and missed. But what if I told you this relentless search for external validation is a mirage, leaving us dry and unsatisfied? Stoicism, an ancient philosophy of resilience and inner peace, offers us a radical alternative. It teaches us that true happiness, a peace that calms life's storms and endures through the ages, can only be found within ourselves. This isn't a prize to be won from another, but a source we nurture and develop from the depths of our own souls. Today we journey into the heart of Stoic wisdom, not to manipulate or plan our way into someone's heart, but to transform our own. We'll learn how to stop craving the approval of others and instead embrace our authentic selves, developing inner strength and radiating a quiet confidence that draws others to us like moths to a flame. This isn't about playing hard to get or pretending to be indifferent. It's about becoming the most vibrant, alive, and fulfilled version of yourself. It's about letting go of the desperate need for external validation and replacing it with a deep, unshakable love for your own being. So let's take this journey together. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Be ready to embark on this transformative path because, as the Stoics say, the happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. If you're ready, let's dive in. 1. The peace of surrender. Imagine you're desperately trying to tame a wild horse, muscles tense, hands gripping the reins tighter and tighter. This illusion of control tells us we must be the masters of our fate, the captains of our ships, the authors of our own happiness. The Stoics, much like the ancient Greeks and Romans, understood that our suffering doesn't come from the events themselves, but from our futile attempts to control them. They taught us a radical truth. Our pains arise not from the events, but from our vain efforts to control them. This isn't a call for indifference or inaction. On the contrary, Stoicism is a philosophy of action, but of the right action. It invites us to focus our attention inward, to the place where our power truly lies, our minds and hearts. Imagine loosening your grip on that wild horse's reins and letting its tamed spirit carry you. Feel the wind in your hair, the sun on your face, and the thrill of the unknown. You're no longer fighting life, you're flowing with it. This is the peace of surrender. Surrender isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's recognizing that we're part of a vast and complex universe, and our efforts to shape it to our will are ultimately futile. By releasing our need for control, we free ourselves from the chains of worry, anger, and frustration, opening up to a life of greater peace, acceptance, and joy. You can apply this principle to every area of your life. Instead of trying to mold the people you let into your life, accept them as they are, flaws and all. When you release the need to control their actions, you create bonds based on mutual respect and understanding, becoming the desired one. In your work, dedicate yourself with all your heart and soul, but detach from the outcome. Understand that success isn't always in your hands, but the value of your work lies in the effort itself, in aligning your values and purpose. In personal development, embrace challenges as opportunities for learning and growth. Accept obstacles as inevitable and use them as stepping stones to greater resilience and wisdom. Stoicism isn't about passive endurance, but active engagement with life. It's about choosing to focus on what we can control, our inner world, and surrendering the rest to the flow of the universe. It's about finding peace amidst chaos, joy in the face of adversity, and meaning in the fabric of life's unfolding. This isn't an easy path, but it's a rewarding one. It requires courage, discipline, and a willingness to face our deepest fears. But the rewards are profound: greater freedom, authenticity, and a more fulfilling life. So loosen the reins, my friends, and let yourself flow with the current. The peace of surrender awaits you. 2. The alchemy of self-love. Have you ever felt your heart sink while scrolling through social media, feeling like your worth is dropping with every post? Or felt the sting of disappointment when someone you care about doesn't meet your expectations? If so, you're not alone. We live in a world that constantly bombards us with messages that our worth is determined by external validation, likes, followers, compliments, the approval of others. We're conditioned to seek happiness outside ourselves, in the fleeting highs of social acceptance and the shifting winds of others' opinions. This pursuit of external approval is a siren call that lures us away from the true source of our joy and fulfillment. Stoicism, a philosophy anyone can embrace regardless of identity, offers a radical antidote to this cultural ailment. It teaches us that our happiness, our worth, our essence, doesn't lie in the eyes of others, but in the depths of our own souls. This isn't something we win or acquire, but something we develop and nurture through the practice of self-love and personal growth. Imagine for a moment that you are a magnificent diamond buried deep within the earth. Your brilliance, your inner value, is there whether others see it or not. But if you neglect your own light and seek approval from external sources, you remain hidden and fail to realize your potential. Stoicism acts as an archaeologist, uncovering the diamond within you. It teaches us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and values, and to let go of our attachment to things we cannot control, like others' opinions and behaviors. This doesn't mean we become cold or indifferent. Instead, we learn to love ourselves unconditionally, celebrate our strengths, accept our weaknesses, and strive for continuous growth and improvement. Think about those times when your emotions were tied to someone else's whims, anxiously awaiting a text message or a phone call. Stoicism gives you back the reins, empowering you to develop inner peace, resilience, and an unshakable sense of self-worth. It teaches you to find joy not in the fleeting approval of others, but in pursuing your passions, developing your talents, and aligning your actions with your values. This path of self-discovery and self-love isn't a lonely one. On the contrary, it opens us up to deeper, more authentic connections with others. By embracing our uniqueness and dropping the masks and roles we play, we become appreciated for who we truly are. Our genuine selves become a source of inspiration and support to others, creating a ripple effect of positive change in the world. So, let's embark on this journey of personal transformation together. Let's turn our backs on the empty promises of external validation and embrace the radiant truth of our own being. Let's cultivate a life so rich, so vibrant, so purpose-filled, that our inner light shines brightly, illuminating our path and inspiring others to do the same. Because in this alchemy of self-love, we discover a happiness that transcends the fleeting pleasures of the outside world and dwells eternally in our hearts. 3. The Stoic Fortress. Picture your emotions, joy, sorrow, anger, and fear, like waves crashing against the shores of your being. These waves are a natural part of the human experience, but if left unchecked, they can easily capsize our ships and leave us adrift in a sea of chaos. Stoicism offers us a lighthouse, a solid fortress built on the foundations of reason and virtue, where we can find refuge amidst life's storms. This fortress isn't one of isolation or emotional suppression. Instead, it's a place where we fully embrace our emotions, diving deep into our hearts to understand the currents that drive our feelings and reactions. Rather than being swept away by these currents, we learn to harness their energy, channeling them into productive actions and meaningful connections. The Stoics understood that while we can't always control external events, we have absolute sovereignty over our inner world. This isn't a naive denial of reality, but a profound acceptance of our agency in the face of adversity. It's recognizing that our happiness and well-being aren't subject to the whims of fate, but are cultivated through the development of our inner strength and resilience. This resilience isn't a passive state of endurance, but an active practice of self-awareness, self-regulation, and self-mastery. It begins with acknowledging our emotions as they arise, without judgment or denial. Then we ask ourselves, does this emotion serve me? Is it aligned with my values? Does it guide me toward a virtuous and fulfilling life? If the answer is no, we gently redirect our attention, choosing thoughts and actions that are more conducive to our well-being. Consider the countless challenges faced by Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor of Rome, during his reign. Despite the pressures of leadership, betrayals by friends, and the constant threat of war, he remained steadfast in his commitment to virtue and reason. He didn't deny his emotions, but refused to let them dictate his actions. Instead, he found solace in the wisdom of philosophy and the practice of mindfulness. We can follow his example, building our emotional fortress brick by brick through daily reflection, meditation, and journaling. By cultivating gratitude for the good things in our lives, viewing obstacles as opportunities for growth, and seeing setbacks as lessons in resilience, we strengthen our inner citadel. Surrounding ourselves with supportive communities of like-minded individuals who share our commitment to living a virtuous and purposeful life, we become more resilient not only in the face of life's challenges, but also in deepening our connections with others. When we no longer depend on external validation for our happiness, we can approach relationships with genuine love and compassion, free from the fear of rejection or abandonment. Stoic philosophy isn't a quick fix or a magical formula for happiness. It's a lifelong journey of self-discovery and self-improvement. But with effort, wisdom, and a willingness to face our deepest fears, it offers a path to a more authentic, fulfilling life. So let go of the reins, my friends, and allow yourselves to be carried by the current. The peace of surrender awaits you. 4. The quest for a blessed life. Now let's journey back 2,300 years to delve into the profound teachings of Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, and Epictetus. These ancient philosophers, with their timeless insights, guide us towards a life of flourishing. Often translated as happiness or well-being, eudaimonia is not the fleeting pleasure of satisfying temporary desires or the empty pursuit of external validation. It's a state of flourishing, a life lived in harmony with our true nature, in sync with the rhythm of the universe. According to the Stoics, achieving eudaimonia requires aligning our lives with 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. It's about recognizing that true wealth lies not in accumulating material possessions, but in developing our inner character. It's about contributing to the well-being of our communities, fostering relationships based on mutual respect and understanding, and leaving the world a better place than we found it. This quest is not a solitary endeavor, but a shared journey, a tapestry woven from the threads of each individual's contribution to a thriving society. By supporting each other, sharing our wisdom and experiences, we find strength and resilience in the face of life's challenges. How do we embark on this journey? We begin with introspection, asking ourselves the hard questions. What are my values? What truly matters to me? What legacy do I want to leave behind? This requires confronting our fears and insecurities, challenging our assumptions, and stepping outside our comfort zones. Stoicism offers a compass to navigate this inner terrain, guiding us toward a life full of meaning and purpose. Conclusion: thank you for joining me on this journey into the heart of Stoic wisdom. As we embrace these principles, let us remember that our happiness and fulfillment lie not in the fleeting approval of others, but within ourselves. By cultivating inner peace, resilience, and a deep sense of self-worth, we can navigate life's storms with grace and purpose. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more insights on living a meaningful and fulfilling life. Until next time, keep striving for wisdom and let your inner light shine bright. Stay UniverStoicism.